Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here every single day of the year. Every weekday, weekend, holiday, birthday, your birthday, my birthday, I am here. Other than two emergencies, I've been here every single day since the day after Christmas, Boxing Day in 2019. So we're getting up near 5.5 years. So we've seen some news together, you and I. So, I'm glad you like the overlay. And I know this isn't like the most important thing in the world, but you know me and you know how much I love the colors. In person, this is green. It's not blue, it's green. And so it was bothering me that it looked blue. But anyway, Canadian Dry, thank you. Gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. It really helps. Thank you. Kathy says it's been 5 years. Then I started watching you during the pandemic. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, good. That says they're always beautiful. You're so sweet. Yes, and diner kitties. Yes. Oh, the sweetness. And I guess if it was a real diner, they wouldn't be allowed on the table. But we're going to say it's a private diner. Or a creative kitchen or something. Anyway, hello. All right. Thank you, stars. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's a mint greenish. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. We have fantastic community. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. So, Julie says, I wish I'd known about black and orange back then. Oh, that's very sweet. Now he likes the kitty. No, Lewis, they're not. No. Anyway, all right. And what do? We get together. We start up high with the energy, and we have the art is different every day. The colors are different every day. We're here together, news with friends. We start up with our energy pretty high, then we go down in the muck to look at all this news garbage, and then we can come up and be like, because we don't live on that low vibration ick. We just don't. We don't live there. We visit so we can look at the news, but then we get on with our day. So anyway, all right. On today's episode, Trump's first major international trip of his second term was to the Middle East, at which he announced a weapons deal with the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. Sigh. Kristi Noem announced on Monday that about 9,000 Afghans living in the United States who had been protected from deportation because they helped us against the Taliban will no longer be shielded as of mid-July. Would-be GOP presidential candidates have apparently been warned to skip 2028, and they shouldn't rain on Trump's parade. That I find glorious. Tell me you're in a cult without telling me you're in a cult. Go ahead. All right. I don't know what's going on with the... I don't know what's going on with that. Seems a little bit... There. I have features again. Yay. Okay. At 4 minutes, 30 seconds in. So, President Dumpster Fire's first major international trip of his second term was to the Middle East, at which he announced a weapons deal with the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. Trump's this package gives $1.4 $1 billion in arms sales to the UAE on top of the $400 million jet announced he's receiving from Qatar. Quote, noted one pundit, because nothing says stability in the Middle East like handing more firepower to a petrostate while the world's already on edge. Yeah. Funny that. And I want to say that isn't Qatar getting 600 million or something, but they're giving him a $400 million plane personally, and the White House is just lying. The White House is saying, oh, it's being gifted to the Air Force. No, that's not what the story is at all. That somehow he can keep using it, and then it becomes a part of his presidential library, because doesn't every library you go to have its own, what was it, a 787 jet? I remember all the libraries I've been to. Okay, let me see if I can get my... Sorry, I dropped my spoon into my tea, and it's now low enough that I could reach it. Okay. So we get the little kitty on the side. He went for a swim. He doesn't mind, but it's better for him to be out. So, arms deals. And I'm sure there's nothing underhanded here. There's no quid pro quo. There's no bribery. True. That's a good question, Amy Sanders. Does Trump have to check out the jet with his library card? Jennifer Parr says it's plain corruption. That was good. That was good. All right. A bunch of people sitting around acting like all the money in the world is theirs. Like they own all the money in the world. Like they're special because they have lots and lots of money. It's like, well, yeah, except, I mean, it's taxpayer money. They're so awful. By the way, the whole plane thing, I really doubt that's going forward. Honestly, it is way too big of a security risk. Because right in the middle, I've got a day late and a dollar short. Whatever's going on, his cult. Well, and also a lot of these authoritarians in the Middle East, they're pretty much in a cult of their own, even if it's not a cult of personality. There's some of that too, but I'm curious about this King of Cups, though, with some hope. Because usually that's more liberal. Maybe it's people standing up against this. Four of Pentacles is a day late and a dollar short. Page of Cups, more cups. Weaker, but more cups. Two of Wands. This isn't even talking about... There's this massive arms deal. Is this corrupt? What kind of corruption? Is it going to blow back in Dumpy's metaphorically blow up in Dumpy's face. He's a fool. Trump's a fool. We know that. And everybody knows that. Queen of Wands. Okay. Just his sycophants around him. He's a fool. That's the people with the arms deal, Knight of Swords, arms deal, people using arms, but 10 of Cups again. And the Ace of Cups. I wonder, I just keep getting these cup cards. It makes me wonder if something's going to get in the way of this. I would have thought that Dumpy he had some unilateral power on this, but I keep getting these cups getting in the way. So I'm going to guess that certainly the plane idea isn't going to happen. But Five of Swords, adding insult to injury. You think? Six of Cups, the way things have been. There's the government and the far right being weak. Okay, yeah, something about this. I don't know if it's just has Dumpy, is this money that Congress already set aside for this stuff? Galen's asking, can you look into this plane deal with Qatar going to give control of Gaza to Qatar? Oh, it would not for 400 million. No. Lewis says, I don't want him to have the plane. However, I do want him to take a flying leap. Aha! Deb says the Senate has to okay the arms deal. Chris Murphy is vowing to delay. Oh, good Chris Murphy. Probably that's a great idea. Just park the plane on the White House grounds for him to play inside. No, there's too much interference from pushback from Democrats. These are some boneheaded ideas. The Emperor's here, but Wheel of Fortune. This is not so good for them. So I guess we'll see, but it's not looking good for this deal. Oh, bless you. Bless you, Katie. I hope the surgery goes well. I really do. Bless you. Okay. Cruelty Barbie, Kristi Noem at 1350. Kristi Noem, actually, let me have a quick look. How religious is she? I could have sworn she was Christian nationalist Kristi Noem. Most of Noem's life has been about three things: faith, family, and farming. Okay. Christian values. Okay, yeah, so yeah, this is the Okay, so at oh, Bernadette, thank you so much. It makes a huge difference. Thank you. 1445. So religious Kristi Noem. announced on Monday that about 9,000 Afghans living in the United States who had been protected from deportation will no longer be shielded as of mid-July. These are migrants who aided the U.S. against the Taliban. Sending them home is a death sentence. Sarah brought something up that it's too long for me to paste in a banner. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, so I'll just read it to you. All right, tell me which part of what I'm about to read to you is Kristi Noem's justification for what she's doing. It's from the Bible. It's a quote this is from the Bible. Kristi Noem, faith, all of the, how Christian they are, right? So Christian. All right, so let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Matthew 25, verse 35 to 45. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison, or go to visit you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you do for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, you did not look after me. Kristi Noem announced Monday that about 9,000 Afghans living in the United States who had been protected from deportation will no longer be shielded as of mid-July. I have had it to hear with these cruel blankety blanks on the right calling themselves Christian and trying to force their religion onto everyone else when they're not following their religion. I have had it. Poor people. Yeah, what you do for the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Yep. Paula says she's using the part where she says visiting the prison verifies her visit to El Salvador. I don't think that's quite what Jesus meant, but mm-hmm. If they're Bernadette's saying they're totally Old Testament people, they go eye for an eye type of action. Okay. Well, if you don't believe in the New Testament and you're all Old Testament, then why are you not Jewish? Just saying. Infuriating. 9 of Pentacles in their multi-million dollar homes. Please. Queen of Swords. That's bringing a whole lot of laws and law enforcement down. Queen of Cups. what we should be doing, what we all agree should happen to the people who helped us in Afghanistan. Welcome. 3 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, but this is their plan. On the right, 2 of Pentacles. Very shaky ground. 4 of Pentacles. A day late and a dollar short. The good news is that does not end well for them. But I feel terrible for these. I mean, this is not a good look. But will these poor people have to go back to Afghanistan? Which says they're straight up writing their own fan fiction about the Bible in the United States right now. Yep. Dorinda, yes, they're not Jewish, they're not Christians, they're just self-centered. What about these poor people? These poor Afghans. Really? Yeah, this isn't good. I hate to say this, but if I knew any of these people personally, I would say, please, 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 please seek asylum, say in Canada or anywhere else. Because if you stay here, we have a malignant narcissist sociopath. That's the card for the reading. This is absolute corruption. A DEATH card. Leaving things unfinished, walking away from the accords, the agreements. Absolute delusion about what the agreement was, and then here's disappointment. And potentially some liquid on the ground. I don't like this at all. She gave you a heads up. It's not this. I mean, this blows up their entire lives again. I seriously, see if you can get asylum somewhere else. Start today. There is a place in Tartarus for these people. I'm telling you. Oh, I'm buffering, Dave? I'm not getting a low internet signal. Sorry. They're not going to listen. We know Project 2025. We know it's white Christian nationalism. That isn't Christian. The whole group of them just being absolutely awful. People have happy families on the right. They're just trying to stir stuff up, and they're not going to listen. It doesn't feel like they're all going to be. I'm not getting that they're all going to be deported. I'm getting that some will. And it's not good. Bernie says, have you seen the stupid MAGA t-shirts that says, "In God we Trump"? Oh. Ew. So in God you bog of eternal stench? Man. Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't slam that down. I get frustrated. All right. Now this next part, Welcome to the cult. 25 minutes in. Welcome to the cult, kids. Yeah. Would-be GOP presidential candidates have apparently been warned to skip 2028. They shouldn't rain on Trump's parade. State political party heads are refusing to comment and start pushing candidates. Top GOP strategists have not been contacted or snapped up by campaigns. Is this indicative of something larger? You join the leopards eating faces party. And now, guess what? Metaphorically, you're not the leopard. You're certainly not the big leopard. Bless you. Who is going to be the Republican nominee in 2028? Beekeeper Tarot says he'll be in his mid-70s by then. Who? Trump will be about 80. Anyway. 5 of Cups. Being disappointed. Page of Pentacles. All right. We've been disappointed with some recent elections, like the one last November. Can you believe it's only last November? Can you believe how many days are we in? I know we're over 100, but not that much more. Page of Pentacles. This is conservative. Conservatism has been hijacked. So, which is leading to a rise of democratic power. A rise of whole families and turning to Democrats, Ace of Swords, and voting with the truth. Yeah. So, yeah, please hand Democrats more seats. And gently, I agree. It feels like a decade. It really does. Whew. $112. Thank you, Timda. Thank you. Cindy Pulse is just tuning in. Glad to hear a rise in Democratic power. And did I miss something? Nothing I can see. Okay. So, is the dumpster fire going to be the Republican nominee in 2028? It can't be. You would need a constitutional amendment. Old young squirrel, careful. Old young squirrel outside on the, they use the electrical wires between the houses as a highway. Well, be careful. His foot slipped. This little tiny paw slipped. Yeah, but he's okay though. He's very young. It's like a teenager. So, is the dumpster fire going to be the Republican nominee in 2028? I would just, glorious. That would be so funny. He says, so who would stop Dumpy from being their nominee? Well, it's not like, I guess it'd have to go to the Supreme Court or go to a judge or something. So I said a teenage squirrel. Well, it's not a baby squirrel, and he's not fully grown anyway. All right. Well, this is I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I do not want this to happen. I'm just getting the card for the reading. That's a big, I don't know if he's going to be around. I do not want that. I do not want this man to be a martyr. I do not wish DEATH on anybody except maybe Putin. A little. Just a little. But no, generally. Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, Three of Swords, Magician. He's not gonna. Nope, he's not here. No. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Wasn't I just holding the World card? Was I hallucinating? Did I drop it? Seriously. Anyway, Ten of Swords, no. Ten of Swords in the back. Nine of Swords, worry, no. Page of Swords, weakness. Three of Swords, pain. Magician, so somebody else comes along and uses the resources to the best of their ability. He's not here. Which is, I spy with my little eyes, little kitty cat in the corner. Oh, I didn't see him. Cindy says whether he passes on or can't run. Yeah, and I'm hoping that's all that means. Okay, anyway. Is this, okay, so at 30 to 20, will this mess up other Republicans, assuming he's a Republican, bids for office? Dumpy is refusing to name a successor. Nicholas, thank you so much. Oh no. Oh no. Nice targets. Sorry. So, will this mess up other Republicans' bids to get into office in 2020, be voted into office in 2028? Guess the card for the reading is Fool. Yeah. Yeah. Amy Collins says Dumpy's already said it's not Shady Vance. True. Matter of fact, the other day he said, "Oh, it would be someone like Rubio or Vance." Even when he was naming names, he didn't say Vance first. Oh, Rubio. Oh, please. Oh my gosh, that spineless wonder. I do not understand how any of these people are still married. And when I was married for 20 years, and as a Scorpio, yeah, I too tend to be very ride or die, but there's a limit. Anyway, there's the sun. So this is not good people getting in. This is shaky economics. Working. King of Pentacles, but judgment. So yeah, you can do a lot of work and do and run and what have you, but there's big judgment. There's huge judgment from President Dumpster Fire and his flunkies, the dumpster flunkies, flunky dumpsters. Okay. Sabine's asking cruise. I mean, please, yes, please. Please do. If you run Cruz as the next presidential candidate on your side, please do. Please, please, please. Nathan says Rubio's completely empty inside. Yeah, he's a hollow man. All right. Okay, so I was talking earlier about I was a stranger and you welcomed me in. Right? Right? On day one, President Dumpster Fire signed an executive order saying we would no longer accept refugees. Then the U.S. accepted 50 new refugees, whites from South Africa. Officially, it's because they could assimilate faster than refugees from Syria, Pakistan, or other countries. Get stuffed. The blatant racism is so bad with this that the Episcopal Church has officially broken any ties it had to the U.S. government because they are the body that helped settle refugees here for the last 40 years. So how bad will the backlash get? Did I not say South Africa? Sorry, did I say the wrong thing? South Africa. Hello, Melissa. Three of Swords. Yeah, it's a spitting in the eye of desperate people. Five of Cups. Oh, empathy, kindness. Nah, just knock it all over. But see, we do care. Moon, chaos, cruelty. Knight of Cups. Fighting against that. Ace of Cups. Empathy, kindness. But this is the legacy of white South Africa and dumpy today. But we care. We actually care about, we understand that people are individuals and you need to judge them as individuals, whether they're good or bad or nice or not, trustworthy or not. It doesn't matter what your flippin' skin color is. Well, the backlash is being very upset and then big actions by liberal groups. So I don't know, maybe some more, you know what this administration needs? More time in court. Whoo, boy. Okay. People says so many white people are so afraid of being the minority. I don't get it. And I'm sure you don't get it either. Individuals are individuals. There are trustworthy, good people. There are untrustworthy, bad people. And it doesn't mean squat. And let us never forget what race and gender are the predominant serial killers. Just say it. Okay. So that's awful. Okay. So we are moving on to Nettie's question at 4015. Republican Michael McCaul of Texas is saying that ICE arresting Democratic Mayor Newark was very drastic. It isn't a pay to play. Sorry, Nicholas. Sorry. I just put questions in the chat before I come on. So sorry. I have my questions for today. But I'm here every single day. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Will Republican Michael McCaul, will he and others in the party put a stop to ICE's actions? What do you think? What do you think? He's a kitty. He's a precious. Look, these Republicans, they don't want to lose power, but there's an embarrassment factor, and Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, so there's the conservatives. They're tired of following a fool. There are a lot of Republicans who don't like Trump in Congress. So, attempt to right on schedule. Miss Gibson says, hello, boo-boo. Hello, boo-boo. All right, what else have we got? Put a stop to ICE's actions. The GOP put a stop to ISIS actions. At once, this is like jackboot Homan. Yeah. It's card for the reading. 8 of Cups. Well, first of all, they're missing people. ICE is not doing so well. 10 of Pentacles, Tower. This is the legacy. It's going to hurt the right. I think that the courts are already starting to get involved, and it seems like this is not going to go well for them. He's very soft. He's very soft and warm. He is the Bailey Bull. He is the Bailey Bull. Can you see you? There's that sweet face. There's that sweet face. There we go. All right. Yes, I saw that Melissa Pope Leo has a Trump-supporting older brother. Well, I'm glad the right one became Pope. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Jennifer. All right, what else have we got here? Okay, Love Jalou had this quote, which I found very confusing. If that's not Love Jalou's fault. 40. Okay. All right. Hi. Okay. There was a headline released by ABC this morning after the new numbers showed a slight drop in inflation in April. Will this change anything? Quote, inflation eased after Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, unquote. Oh, please. Oh, please. He's a good boy. Don't drink my tea. I do not ask much of you, but don't drink my tea. And don't eat my plant. That's it. That's pretty much it. Okay. Inflation. Let's look at inflation. Are you okay? I was talking to Sarah earlier today, and she's raising a lot of kids, and she was talking about money. And I was saying to her that, well, you've got a lot of kids. Kids are expensive. I mean, I have kids with fur, but basically the I was saying, the thing is, though, it's not a problem, but the thing is your kids aren't willing to eat pellets. And little tiny containers of potted meat and pretty much nothing else. Maybe some grass from the lawn outside. Oh, Murray Witch, thank you. Steeple says we have 15 cats. They're very expensive. Well, I know. All right, so the question here is about inflation. And I'm getting the same kind of thing I've been getting, which is the dumpster fire administration, they're flapping their gums. Trump, I've seen the video of Trump sitting there literally saying the price of groceries hasn't gone up. And we know that's bunk. Hi. Hello, Golden Eyes. Hello, Golden Eyes. That is absolute bunk. So what I'm basically getting, Two of Wands for the reading, which is far-right communication, and then Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Meg is feeling it too. Lovers is in the middle, so the cult is, trying to stick with him. Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So they can choose who they want to for office, but ultimately with that Seven of Pentacles, we know the rich are just going to keep getting richer. Until we have enough power, Democrats have enough power to make some real changes. Oh, just a little itch. Oh, just a little itch. Oh, good boy. The rich are just going to keep getting richer. That's what I see for inflation. And it's brutal. So, Melissa says, don't forget the litter issues. Oh, there is that too. Oh, very sad. Bernadette says, I work in a grocery store. The prices have indeed been going up. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Excuse me. All right. Let me double check over here. And I do want to check in on Tuberville. Senator Tommy Tuberville, Republican from Alabama, faces a major obstacle in his nascent campaign to run for governor. There is evidence he has secretly lived in Florida for years rather than Alabama, which would pose a problem, as Alabama's residency requirements for governor are stricter than for senator. Yeah. So, yeah. He said that he had been planning to move to Tennessee in 2020, hence the ID and registration there, but never went through with it. Remained in Alabama. Makes me wonder how he voted. So, Tommy Tuberville. The awfulness that is Tommy Tuberville at 50 minutes in. Tubbs. Bad old Tubbs. Oh, Never says I didn't realize that was a secret. You're a sweetie. Amy says he's a house in Florida, but not in Alabama. Yeah, apparently it's only become an issue since he became governor. More fool you, Democrats who would vote for him. Page of Swords. That's shaky legal ground. Four of Cups. That's a refusal to listen to what he was supposed to. And that is just flat out corruption. Which makes me wonder, is Tuberville going to have any legal problems? And thank you so much for being here. Queen of Swords. So that's definitely a legal issue. All right. For now, I think the other Republicans will find some way to cover for him. However, this is not a good look. This should be the end. This is still Major Arcana, but this is someone getting him back on track somehow. Okay, anyway. Well. All right. It's kind of hard to see you over there. Yes. Hard to see you there. So what if we pull you this way just a little? Oh, there's a kitty. Oh, there's a kitty. All right. Well, believe it or not, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you for going through the news with me. Oh, where are you going? Okay. All right. So, yikes. Okay. So, it is 1:11 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. Thank you. Please remember you're not alone. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. They're out there. They really are. So hang in there. All right. And I will see you later. All right. So thank you. Take care.